Hey everybody, it's Tim again with another video blog entry. Today's going to be really simple. I just wanted to walk you through our library. These are materials that some are from my personal collection, most are the church's. These are available for you to access. Unfortunately, we don't usually have them out and visible very often. So what I wanted to do is walk you through some of the titles, some of the types of books we have here, and then also show you what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'd like to tell you where they're going to be. If you are a young person, we're going to try to have those down where you are on Sundays, in the mornings, at youth group time, Wednesday nights with the senior high, to have those accessible to you so that you can know what they are, see them, be able to sift through and see if there's anything you want to check out. The checkout process is pretty simple. Let me find one that would have it. There is a card in the back of the book, much like a regular library. Here we go. And it just has this that you would drop in a basket after you filled out your name and when you checked it out. And then you would take the book with you and return it at a reasonable amount of time, a couple of weeks or so. We're not real sticklers on that, but and if you are an adult, we are going to try to have them available on Sunday mornings out here in front of my office, which is right outside our main adult Sunday school class. So hopefully, even if you don't come to that class, you would be able to come down here and look through some of these resources on your own. Also, if you're a youth parent coming to pick up your child from youth group, I'll try to have some of those down there on select dates that I would let you know about. Okay, so what do we have? First of all, there's a lot of stuff on parenting and the teen years, just understanding adolescence. We have some stuff here, staying connected to your teenager. Yes, your teen is crazy. One of my favorites, a very complete look at Youth Culture 101. Walt Mueller is a very good resource. Hurt, Inside the World of Today's Teenagers. Why Do They Act That Way? A survival guide to the adolescent brain for you and your teen. One of my favorite titles, A Parent's Guide to the New Teenager. Get Out of My Life, but first could you drive me and Cheryl to the mall? So, lots of stuff about understanding teens, disciplining teens, and then I have some stuff from teens themselves. This is one of my personal favorites, Ophelia Speaks, Adolescent Girls Write About Their Search for Self. This was A Tribe Apart, A Journey into the Heart of American Adolescence. This was a lady who embedded herself into the teen culture to understand more about it. Lots more resources on understanding young people, specifically boys and girls separately. I have two books in a series. One is called Teenage Guys and one is called Teenage Girls, exploring issues that they face and strategies to help them. A couple of very specific ones, A Parent's Guide to Helping Teenagers in Crisis. This is an especially good resource. And then a couple of things that I'll be using. This is the one I mentioned that we gave away, and we're going to give away some copies of again later. 99 Thoughts for Parents of Teenagers. And then a companion piece, Parent's Guide to Teenage Development. So lots of parenting stuff, especially about teens. Then for the teens themselves, we have lots of stuff. These are little small ones. I picked up a couple of years back, 99 Thoughts About Girls for Guys' Eyes Only, insights to what teenage girls are really like. And then the flip side, Thoughts About Guys for Girls' Eyes Only. So I've looked through some of that. It's very interesting stuff. We have some books that were put out for teenagers, understanding spirituality, biblical studies, things like that. Also just a lot of fun. Some of it's personal issues. There's a couple of ones I have here about being a girl, all of the adolescent girl issues, understanding that God loves you the way you are, seeing that you don't have to be like the supermodels in the magazines, stuff like that. David Crowder, the Christian musician, has put some stuff out. Living with Questions is a good one. Questions You Can't Ask Your Mama About Sex. You might want your teenagers to check with you before you check out some of the stuff, but it does cover a lot of good issues that they would be bringing up, and obviously addresses it from a Christian perspective, maybe even more conservative than you would go about it. So, several other teen books. Broken, Making Sense of Life After Your Parents' Divorce, especially good. Everything You Need to Know Before College, for those that are getting ready to go off to college. Becoming the Answer to Our Prayers, Shane Claiborne. He's someone we've used many a time in youth group. Then we have, obviously, some younger stuff. Oh, and for the teens, we also have some novels. There's some series of novels that are just written by Christian authors that are going to be good. We go younger to the children. We have stuff in here for as young as age 2. There's Bible cards here, lots of different stuff like flashcards. The VeggieTales has a really good resource called the Bible Atlapedia, and it's a resource book to help you understand the Bible, but written in a way that kids and parents could work through together. A First Step devotion, God Takes Care of Me, devotions for families with young children. And then obviously picture books, Just the Way You Are by Max Lucado, if you're familiar with him. If Jesus Came to My House. Lots of things like this that we have available for children. If you are an adult and you just want spiritual or inspirational type stuff, we have some of the standards like Chicken Soup for the Soul. These are for the Christian family and the Christian woman. What You Didn't Learn from Your Parents About Christianity, and that is actually written for us as far as adults from our parents. There's some stuff about people disillusioned by the church, so we can try to understand how to help. This is called Dear Church, Letters from a Disillusioned Generation. There's a resource here called Finding God in the Evening News, and Meditations from Iraq, a chaplain's ministry in the Middle East. So lots of interesting adult resources in our library. There's stuff that we've used a lot in Sunday school and youth group, authors like Donald Miller, Blue Like Jazz, we've read from that in my Journey adult class, Mike Yaconelli, Rob Bell, lots of good authors with lots of good, unique, original things to say. Rob Bell, again. Here's some titles I like a lot. Dan Kimball, They Like Jesus, but Not the Church, talking about how others view us from the outside. One of Rob Bell's that I like the title of, Jesus Wants to Save Christians. So a manifesto for the church itself and how we perhaps could use some help. Lord, Save Us from Your Followers. Why is the Gospel of Love Dividing America? This has a companion DVD that's very good as well. And one of my favorite authors that tackles political subjects, Jim Wallace, Why the Right Gets It Wrong and the Left Doesn't Get It. God's Politics. So if you don't want one side or the other, check Wallace out, who kind of falls right in the middle. Challenges both sides of the issue. If you're familiar, remember Jim Bakker, if you're my age or older. His tell all about what happened and why he was wrong. And his son is in ministry now, and his son actually does quite a lot for cities and hipsters and things like that. Jay Bakker, he's got several resources. This one's called Fall to Grace. If you are leading Sunday school or youth groups or things like that, there are plenty of things that I have that you are always willing to use. Hot illustrations for youth talks, just stories that go along with things. Videos that teach, if you want to pop in about 5 minutes of a current movie. I've got lots of different things like that. And memory makers, moments your kids will never forget, just little things you may want to do on trips and regular youth gatherings. Help, I'm a Sunday school teacher, in case you are ragged at the seams and want to learn more about what to do. There's some stuff I'm going to use here on the blog off and on. Here's one. If you are helping with teens in any way, this is a great resource to have. 101 Simple to Supreme Affirmations for Teens, how to make their day. Different ideas of cute things you can do to make your teenagers feel good if you're in a youth group setting or any sort of small group. Devotional stories to encourage and inspire those that work with youth, called So That's Why I Keep Doing This. And finally, I got this just last year to help with teachers. These can be emailed and printed off, but I'm going to be using this some too. It's called Teacher Training on the Go. So that's just a touch of what we have here in the library, just a little bit to show you. I want to remind you that all of these resources are always available for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks, and I hope to get you to check out this collection as well. See you later.